What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the St. Thomas Dynasty here on NCAA 14. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, and today, your St. Thomas Tommies, who are ranked number 20 in the country, will go on the road to play against the Western Michigan Broncos, who we got ourselves quite a little bit of a snowstorm that we're playing in. A very important game for both teams, as both of us are still fighting for the opportunity to play in the conference championship game at the end of the season. It should be a really good one, so make sure you smash that like button as well as subscribe if you have to be new. Let's go ahead and see if we can take down the Broncos. Alright, man, very first drive as a ranked top 25 team. You know what that means. We got to start this game off with 6 points. Let's see if we can make it happen on this drive, though, as Lucas Coley's going to start things off, pick up 13 yards on our very first play of the game. You definitely love to see it, as now Adrian Allen's going to make a catch up the middle. Gain of 7 on that one. Nice little play right there. So now, 2nd and 3 coming up. Going back to the read option. Going back to Lucas Coley. He does some tough running. Not as big of a hole as I expected, but still able to pick up the first down nonetheless. As now, 2nd and 7, try to get to Alex Garcia. He misses by a country mile. Just could not hit the broadside of a barn if Antoine Johnson tried. As now, 3rd and 7, got to make something shake here. Let's see if someone can make a play. Trying to go over the middle to Tyreek Miller, and it's incomplete. Probably would have been short even if the first down was made. And we will have to play it away, where the Broncos of Western Michigan will have their first offensive drive of the game. Thomas is going to drop back to back. There was some pressure, but there was also a streaking Tony Dudley up the middle for a gain of 12 right as the quarterback was getting hit. You hate to see it. As now the Broncos pick things back up on 1st and 10. Another short throw over the middle that turns into another first down for the Broncos. All of a sudden sitting in front of the 50-yard line in St. Thomas territory. And now it's just kind of embarrassing. The man has time to make a sandwich and able to make a great throw to John Macklin. Almost had one of our guys able to come in and swat it away. But alas, our guy does end up getting Moss, because that's NCAA 14 on Heisman for you. As Damon Thompson's going to try to run for a touchdown. He's going to be a few yards shy of that. You know, sadly, the little quarterback spy does not work out for us. And now, 2nd and 3, Thomas looking. Going to have all day to throw. The coverage is there, but look at that Moss by Donald Rogers, putting the St. Thomas defense on notice. And that is the first points of this ball game. Western Michigan taking a 7-0 lead, as we'll kick things back up for Kajaye Boyd and company. Gonna go down the sideline. He gets a great return. Doesn't get a lot of carries, but he is a very dynamic player. 8 touchdowns on the ground, as well as at least 5, I want to say 4 or 5 kick return touchdowns. A very dynamic athlete, as it gives our offense some great field position as we go over the middle to Isaiah Thomas. Dangerous throw. Still able to pick up 7 yards nonetheless. As we'll move back to 2nd and 3. Read option. Johnson up the sideline. He's going to be brought down eventually, but not before a gain of 20 yards. A very good play for the Tommies, as we're now sitting at the 35-yard line now. Just got to make something shake here as we try to throw to Rashad Bird. Of course, he decides to move as we're about to throw. And now it's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking, gonna try to throw it over the middle, but it's incomplete, as he was hit as he was trying to deliver that pass. But it does fall harmlessly to the ground for a 3rd and 10. Johnson looking around, trying to make something happen, trying to throw it to Adrian Allen, but that was also off the mark. Another 4th down coming up, but this time we will go for it right here, right now, as Johnson is looking. Go try to throw it over the middle to Adrian Allen. A very bad pass. And the Broncos will take back over once again following that 4th down stop. Now we got to get our defense going here. And it's not going to happen here as Macklin going down the sideline. He's got some blockers. Jared Odom finally does push him out of bounds, thankfully, on the 5-yard line. And now Macklin finishes off himself, getting another touchdown for the Broncos. And we find ourselves down 14-0. Not looking good for us. The first time we're ever ranked in the top 25. Certainly am not showing it, as we do go over the middle to Isaiah Thomas to start our next drive. We got to make something happen here. We've had, got stopped on 4th down last couple of drives. Let's see if we can make something better happen as we try to go deep to Garcia. That pass is also off the mark. Antoine Johnson's just having a really slow day. 3 for 10 passing the ball. And, short 3rd down coming up. So, got to do the safe thing. Just got to run the ball. Running has at least trained us a little bit better, as Coley does pick up the 1st down with ease. Getting 11 yards on that one. 1st and 10 coming up. As now Johnson going back to his main man, Lucas Coley, for another carry. This time up the right-hand side. Picks up 6 more yards on that one. 2nd and 4 coming up, though. See if we can get Antoine Johnson involved with the legs. We do. As they bite for Coley this time around, and does pick up another 9 yards on that one. 1st and 10 coming for the Tommies. And now 1st and 10. Johnson, play action, going to Kajaye Boyd. Able to make a man miss and nearly able to pick up the 1st down. Going to be just shy, though, with his first catch of the day. As we'll move to 2nd and inches. Play action. Going to try to throw it to Tyreek Miller, who makes the catch for us. 15-yard gain on that one. And now 1st and 10. Johnson scrambling around, trying to make something happen here. And it's dropped by Kajaye Boyd. 2nd and 10 now coming up. I see Boyd over in the middle. Let's see if he gets open here. Not the case as we try to go for Jake Braun. But does get it broken out of his hands, though. Instead of a potential touchdown, it's 3rd and 10 now. We'll see if we can at least get something here. And it's going to be a sack for a loss. Antoine Johnson just could not find somebody open. And we did have to settle for another field goal, man. You hate to see it. So we're still down 14-3. As now we cut back to the Broncos, who throw it over to Rodgers. He makes a man miss. Kevin Carter finally does bring him down. That does end the 1st quarter. A slow start for the Tommies, as we find ourselves down 14-3 after the 1st quarter. So here we go. 2nd quarter. Going to be a draw play for Macklin, who does cut it inside. Doing a good job making some guys miss. We got 3rd and 1 coming up here. Let's got to make something shake here, though. It's going to be a run for Macklin, and we do actually force the 4th down. That's Justin Hill getting there and making the tackle. As the Broncos do settle for a field goal. So at least slowing down their offensive attack for now. But it's time for us to get something going. And we do just that as Isaiah Thomas gets open over the middle for a 48-yard bomb on that one. You love to see that, certainly. And now we are in business. 1st and 10. Going short to Alex Garcia. He nearly picks up the 1st down himself. Gain of 9 yards on that one. A 2nd and 1 coming up. So we got to hit him with another play action. As Johnson looking, going over the middle to Isaiah Thomas. Touchdown, Tommies. Our first touchdown of the day. As Isaiah Thomas takes the cap off his defense. Gets us his first touchdown today. And now we're only down by 7 points once again. As now they go back to the Broncos. Thomas making a couple of defenders miss at the line of scrimmage. Able to turn something out of nothings. And a lot more than something. A 16-yard gain. As now Thomas looking. Going over the middle. He finds Rodgers for a huge gain. Zaire Hill does eventually have to bring him down, though. 3rd and 13 coming up for the Broncos, though, a couple of plays later. Let's see if we can force another field goal, though, as it's a perfect strike in the corner for Tony Dudley. keeping this drive alive. A little bit of a dagger for this defense. And now Thomas looking, going to the left-hand side, able to be eventually brought down by Tyler Graham and company. 6-yard gain though, centrally 3rd and goal though. Can't really see the first down marker. So it's either a touchdown or nothing. As Thomas going over the middle, he goes into the end zone. Damian Thomas fighting for that touchdown, successfully able to cross the plane. And we're down by 2 scores again. As they do kick things back off to Jared Odom, who got some blocks. Can he get to the corner? He's brought down eventually at the 45-yard line. Great return by Jared Odom. Our offense has struggled besides that last drive, so that definitely helps us out for sure. As here we go, 1st and 10. Lucas Coley going up the middle, picking up a nice chunk of yardage. 6-yard run, you'll love to see it. Next play, 2nd and 4. Johnson going over the middle, or tries to. Another bad pass for Isaiah Thomas. And now it's 3rd and 4 coming up here. Johnson's in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the left. Johnson's looking, he finds Adrian Allen, who nearly gets that 1st down. That was extremely close, but hey, we are certainly not complaining whatsoever. It's a fresh set of downs for the Tommies as we drop back to pass once again. Trying to get it over the middle, it's intercepted by safety Morris of this Western Michigan football team. And that is definitely not what we needed right now. Already down by 2 possessions. But thankfully for us though, they do go 3 and out on their next possession. And now it's a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs, a new drive for the Tommies. Let's see if we can end this on a little better note. As Lucas does pick up 8 yards on that one. We'll quickly get to the line of scrimmage though. Time is of the essence. 2nd and 2. Coley up the middle, picking up a 1st down. Nice 9-yard gain on that one. Getting utilized early and often in this ball game. As now 1st and 10. Gonna try to go over the middle. He finds Rashawn Bird, who does take a absolute shot. Still able to pick up the 1st down regardless. And we're moving this thing down the field as we try to make this a 1-score game. We find Isaiah Thomas over in the middle. Another 17-yard gain on that one. Looking pretty good here. As now 1st and 10. Trying to go to Jake Braun. We do get it there. 27-yard gain. First catch of the day. What a time to get your first catch of this ball game. And now 2nd and goal. A couple plays later. We're finishing things off with a touchdown for Lucas Coley. Touchdown Tommies. As Coley does make this a 1-score game. Going into the locker room, only down by 7. Got some work to do though. While we were in the locker room for halftime, we do receive news that wide receiver Isaiah Thomas did receive a knee bruise, during that final drive in the first half, and he will be out for the rest of his game. So we'll need guys like Alex Garcia, Rashad Bird, Tyreek Miller. Those guys need to step up here in the second half if we're going to come back and win this thing. So if we are going to come back and win this thing, we're going to have to do this without Isaiah Thomas, who's our best wide receiver. As we'll stick to the ground for now. Antoine Johnson getting us off right. A huge run up the middle. Instantly taking us to the logo of Western Michigan's football stadium. And now it's a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking, going to get it to his fullback in Jamie Smith. Doubling as a backup tight end for us. Able to make that work out for us though. Gain of 11 yards right there. As now Coley going up the middle. Another good run. Gain of 8 yards on that one. Looking pretty good early on for this drive. And now 3rd and 2. Another run for Coley. He's been running well. It works out for us. Another 4-yard gain. Another set of downs to work for the Tommies. Next play, going to continue that theme. Going to Kajaye Boyd this time, who gets a nice run, but it's fumbled. Western Michigan recovers a fumble. And that is so demoralizing, as St. Thomas was driving and attempted tie this game up. And now, you know, that chance has been ruined. So we got to get our defense to come up with something here. 2nd and 7. They're going to try to throw it away. But Kevin Carter tracks it down and able to get the interception. That's exactly what we needed right now to get ourselves back in this game. Exactly what we needed. However, of course, we do, you know, only get a field goal from that. But there's more. Dale Garrison recovering the fumble. He's going all the way. Touchdown, Tommies. As Dale Garrison picks up the fumble on the ground. Looks like Justin Hill was there to break it up, get the ball forced on the ground. And Dale Garrison was there to finish it up. So now we have a 27-24 lead. As we could very well get these guys to another 3 and out. This defense has been light out, and it's still continuing. John Macklin getting stuffed like a turkey on Thanksgiving, forcing this punt to one of our stars, and Kajaye Boyd. Still have full confidence in him despite the fumble, as he's able to get into the outside. Only one more person to beat. He's got some space. He's eventually brought down though. But, you know, we're just putting in that work, man. Second half so far has been all St. Thomas. As we're back on this field once again, thanks to a great, you know, punt return by Kajaye Boyd. As Johnson gonna throw to Alex Garcia, nearly picks up the first. Gain of 9 yards on our first play of this new drive. So now, 2nd and 1. Johnson taking a read option. He's got some blockers. Can he make it to the end zone? Yes, sir. Touchdown, Tommies. As Antoine Johnson takes the read option, able to get all the way into the end zone. Not even touched. And just in a blink of an eye, it is a 10-point lead for the Tommies. Coming with 17 unanswered points. But Western Michigan's certainly not going to give up, though. John Macklin takes the carry up the left-hand side. Pick up 10 yards on that one. As now, 2nd and inches. Going to be a speed option this time. We pummel this quarterback. However, does get it off to John Macklin in time. Picking up the very first down for Western Michigan in this entire second half. As now, Jamis throwing over to the left-hand side, finding J.J. Martinez. As that is going to end the... Well, actually, it's just kidding. There's 5 more seconds. So this will be the last play of the third quarter. As Macklin is brought down for a gain of 6. Zach Bones was there on the tackle. As that ends the third quarter. And now the St. Thomas football team is coming alive. Leading by 10. Get your 4s up, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a good one for sure. So here we go. 2nd and 4 coming up here. It's dropped by the receiver. Billy Mitchell was there on that coverage. Must have heard the footsteps for sure. And here we go. 3rd and 4. Sitting in the shotgun. Thomas is going to drop back the pass. Does find J.J. Martinez across the marker. A new set of downs coming up with the Broncos. And now 1st and 10. Thomas going up the middle once again with John Macklin. A little bit of wall in place. Able to get her done though. Is now 2nd and actually 3rd and 5. My apologies. Another 3rd down coming up. This time they throw short, but nobody was there to cover Donald Rogers. And was able to step in front of the 1st down marker with ease. As the drive continues, a fresh set of downs as Thomas looking over the middle, nearly takes a sack, but instead throws an interception to Zach Bones. The 3rd turnover of this second half. This defense is just playing out of this world right now. Just absolutely unstoppable. And it's a fresh drive, an additional drive for St. Thomas. Let's see if we can make something happen here as we throw over the middle. Finding Rashad Bird for a gain of 16. Moving things along, keeping that motherfucker rolling. As Johnson going over the middle, finding Alex Garcia, but this time it's dropped. Will be considered an incompletion. It's now 2nd and 10. Play action pass. Gonna try to throw it over in the middle, but it's incomplete, as Johnson just could not get enough under that pass. Had multiple guys wide open, but alas, gonna have to try to pick up this first down here. 3rd and 10 coming up. Gonna try to throw over to Miller. Tyreek Miller had the first down, but of course it's dropped. And now Western Michigan has an opportunity to come back into this game, though. Still facing a 3rd and 10. Thomas dropping back the pass, looking, gonna try to throw it to the left corner. It's Kevin Carter with another interception. The 4th turnover for this defense, as Kevin Carter did not have any interceptions coming into this game, but that's his 2nd one today, just playing out of his world in the 2nd half. And now the Tommies will be taking over once again. Coley taking the ball up the middle, a gain of 6 yards on that one. 6.5 yards per carry, you love to see it. Next play, gonna go with the read option. This time Johnson's gonna keep it, has a couple of blockers, and able to turn that into a 15-yard run. A nice run for the quarterback of the St. Thomas football team, as we're looking to punch it into the end zone soon. Another first down, basically a 1st and goal situation coming soon to a feeder near you. Is now 1st and 10, going to Bird. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tommies. As Rashad Bird able to win his route and then able to get into the end zone quickly, extending this lead to 41-24, as Western Michigan on the back end of 24 unanswered points. And now they're just hanging on for air. Thomas going to try to get the first down marker. He barely does, but takes a hit in the process. Damian Thomas, though, getting right back up, as we got a 1st and 10. Thomas is looking, going to go to the right-hand side. Does get hit by Billy Mitchell. Actually, that's Joe Henry. But a nice tackle regardless. As now 2nd and 4. Thomas going to go over in the middle. Does get the first down barely, as Tyler Graham was screaming over to that left-hand side. Another 1st and 10 coming up here. Thomas, he's looking. Going to try to go to the left-hand side. Another near first down. Might have gotten out of bounds, but it looks like that's not the case. The clock is still running. And now 2nd and 2. Thomas, he's looking. Going to try to throw to the corner, and it's a great throw. Nice job by J.J. Martinez to get his feet down. And now it's a 1st and 10 once again. Thomas, he's going to throw it towards the end zone. He gets it there, as Curtis Hicks breaks the top off his defense. Looks like Billy Ewing was there on the coverage and just was not very good communication. And now they will have to go for the onside kick in order to try to remain in this ball game. The onside kick is up. We can't get it. Kobe Steffens recovers. And this game could get very interesting now, as Western Michigan's driving down the field. See if they get something going here. But it's intercepted by Dale Garrison, who had the fumble recovery for the touchdown earlier. Was also able to get the interception on that one. And that right there is going to end some hopes and dreams right there, as we'll go ahead and kneel the clock out. Walt Bell is going to get his 25th win as the head coach of the St. Thomas football team. That is going to do it here. Your Tommies continue their winning ways and pull off the victory on the road against the Western Michigan Broncos by a final score of 41-31. What another incredible performance by this St. Thomas football team. So at first, it was a pretty sloppy game for St. Thomas in that first half. We found ourselves down as much as 17-3. It was definitely tough. They had us in that first half, I'm not going to lie. And then that third quarter, we just started to turn it on, man. 24 unanswered points in the second half. That sealed the game for your Tommies to move up to 9-1 on the season. Checking out the stats for our guys, though. Antoine Johnson led the way today. 19 for 34, 253 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Did have that one pick, but hey, he's a gunslinger, so what do you expect? For the running game, though, we had two guys nearly eclipse 100 yards. Lucas Coley had 15 carries for 97 yards. And then Antoine Johnson, also with over 9 yards per carry, was also able to find the end zone on the ground as well. Kajaye Boyd did have a fumble today off of his 1 carry, however. The receiving core, was pretty evenly spread out, mostly led by Isaiah Thomas, though, which despite missing the entire second half, led the entire team in catches and yards. He had 5 catches for 107 yards and a score. Rashawn Bird was also able to find the end zone, and the same was for Lucas Coley through the air, both of which, had a touchdown. Bird had 3 catches for 43 yards. Coley, 2 catches for 9. And then this defense, what can I say about this defense? When you can force 5 turnovers in a single game, you are up to something good, man. Zaire Hill led the team in tackles today with 8, followed by Billy Mitchell and Tyler Graham. 3 studs on this St. Thomas defense. And, this time we didn't really get any sacks today. The only sack of today's game was by Jared Odom. Was able to get to the quarterback today. But we forced 5 turnovers today, 4 of which were interceptions. Kevin Carter came into today's game. I don't think he had a single pick in this entire game, but came away with 2 interceptions today. Zach Bones and Dale Garrison also had an interception, who also had a fumble recovery, by the way, that led to the only defensive touchdown for us today. Really gave us a spark in that second half. That fumble was forced by senior linebacker Justin Hill, who did force the fumble that led to a Dale Garrison touchdown. So we do get some good and bad news on the recruiting front. Robert Johnson does decide to lock us out, and we don't have any more locks to unlock recruits. And then Reggie Miller also commits to Central Michigan. So that'll be somebody that'll have to play in the next 4 years. But we do get Andy Hood and Garrett Horner to join the squad. 2 guys that can give us depth right away. So I'm looking in on the top 25 polls following our victory against Western Michigan. And Wisconsin loses big to Nebraska, so they fall out of the top 5. Florida State moves up to number 1, and UNLV is the lone undefeated team left in the entire FBS. They're sitting at 10-0 from the Mountain West and are number 2 in the country. Other than that loss to Wisconsin, nothing really crazy has happened. Everyone that was supposed to win did end up winning their games, so as a result of that, we only moved up to number 18 in the country. So now we're still in the top 20, but barely. Definitely not getting a lot of love in here whatsoever. Although I guess we did move past Ohio State, and there was one more team that we did move up with. I might be LSU. They fell out of the top 25 completely. But yeah, not a lot of love for the Tommies from St. Thomas. Still a lot of work that needs to be done regardless. However, in MAC conference play, things are looking really good. We have a 2-game lead on Toledo and Ball State. Ball State is a team that we did beat earlier this season. So it's pretty simple here, man. If we can take care of business against Toledo next episode, then we will go to the conference championship for the first time in this dynasty. We are only 1 game away. Meanwhile, it looks like Miami of Ohio will clinch their way into the conference championship game. They have the tiebreaker on Buffalo, so whether it's us or whether it's unlikely Toledo, then they will face the Red Hawks from Miami. So like I said, man, next episode we will play up against Toledo, who is C+, B-, C+, whereas we're C-, C, C-. And with the top 5 offense in the country, Herb Herstreet is going to be rocking with us, as we are a pretty healthy squad, whereas Toledo is definitely not healthy right now. Hopefully we can continue this great winning streak that we got going. Amazing season that we have right now. We're also 1 win away from being able to recruit 4 stars in our pipelines. But hey, that is for next episode though. So in the meantime, if you enjoy the content here on this channel, make sure you smash that like button, as well as subscribe if you're new. This is John Jake Gaming on the mic, hoping you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.